Hey everyone. I just had to, as soon as I hit the go live, I had to get up and then run and find my headphones and run back. I'm like, holy shit, I made it back for like 4 seconds to spare. Oh my God. How's everyone doing tonight? Playing some video clips at least. So I'm going to definitely need them today. All right. Good, Lily. I am good. How are you? Let's see here. Let me get onto this chat. Okay. Oh shit. Here, I'll do this. Looks like I might have to set it up for slow mode a little bit. I think I've been going a little too crazy, not crazy, but a little like over the top or whatever with the times in which I set up slow mode. So I'm going to start lowballing it. I'm going to start lowballing it. So if it's an issue, then I'll work with it. But I know a lot of people do kind of complain about the slow mode, and I don't blame them. I really don't. So, and I'm going to, tonight, I wanted to cover a little bit of one movie clip, basically, is what I wanted to do. And, I do want to, I haven't seen or heard Uni's podcast or whatever, or his stream. I can't pull up Periscope for some reason, or the Twitter video version, whatever it is, it's called now. I can't pull it up at all. It just, I can see his tweet or his post or whatever showing that he uploaded something or he went live or whatever it's called. But when I go to click on it to play, I get the constant circle. It doesn't stop circling. That's all I get. So I can't, and it's like, I don't know if it's my internet, my area or something, because it's not a device. It's everywhere, like all my devices. So I don't know. All right. I'm not going to do anything with the chat just yet, or the slow mode or anything just yet. And I'm going to be real. I get wicked paranoid about if I get lipstick on my teeth because I can't stand how it looks. And I just always, it drives me nuts. You're right, Sue. I think that's it too. I really do. Sue makes an excellent point here. Let me pull it up here. I think you're just upset you are no longer the enforcer. I think she's right. I mean, I kind of liked being called the enforcer. I'm not going to lie here. I felt kind of tough, like those people in the mob or whatever who go around and make storefronts and shit, like pay protection fees or whatever. Like, that's what I felt like. It felt cool. And then today he just goes and calls me insignificant. Like, the enforcer isn't insignificant. So that must mean I'm not the enforcer anymore. So who the fuck is the enforcer? Who took my job? That's what I want to know. Oh, thank you so much for the super sticker, Crystal Clark. Thank you. But yeah, that's what I'm going to turn my phone over because it's going to keep lighting up and distract me. I want to know who took my job. Who's the enforcer then? Like, for real. Because it's our cult. We have to have an enforcer because it's just, you do, I guess. I want to know who took my job. It's bullshit. But yeah, so I want to play a little bit of one other clip, though. One other stream. I want to cover a few things. Other than that, I mean, like I said, all I know is that he said I wasn't the enforcer anymore. I don't know what else he said about me. But it's weird. Why do they make it look different now? Huh. What if wait a minute. If I do that? Okay. No, just something new here. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So I see we have a lot of people in here. It's going to be hard to say hi to everyone. Hi, Jen Gerard. I ordered my lipsticks. I forget what the names are, though. But they look very pretty. I like the pink one. I don't know. It's like the cotton candy, like the shade in between cotton candy pink and like hot pink. Like, I don't know why that's been like my thing lately. I don't know. Well, I guess you took Reg's job away. Reg, because the shit that he was saying yesterday. Okay. So Red used to be the enforcer. Maybe not being the first wife anymore. Oh God. Yeah, I'm guessing that Katie's not giving him the time of day anymore, And I think he needs a YouTube replacement. And he seems to be fixated on me. I don't know. Me and Tina. So maybe he's like dueling it out in his head, like which one it could be. I don't know. I'm more than happy though to cede this loss to her, I don't know. But if that's the case, my facts are not going to be compatible with his lies. I mean, it's not meant to be. There's a lot of people on YouTube, though. He will find the right YouTuber. He will. I have confidence in him, and I wish him all the luck. And he already has some suitable suitors there in his chat. Just saying. Yeah, thank you, Molly. He is kind of out of his league. You're right. Dude, I'm telling you that when I read that, Nikki, that's how I read it at first. I'm like, what? Like, did I miss an inside joke or something with my mods? Talking about laser mouse or whatever. Like, when did mice start carrying lasers? Like, who the hell authorized that? Poor Tom. He doesn't stand a chance now. All right, it made a noise. I gotta look. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, what? Oh. Oh, that's right. I can get that video set up. I gotta save it real quick because I want to trim it. iTunes is so slow. Or not iTunes, iMovie. I need a better editing software, I think. I really think I need a new one. I think I bought iMovie like back in 2012. Like it's what I still use. They've done some upgrades or whatever since then, but there has to be better software out now, better apps. So yeah, when this is done saving, I'll be able to share it and play it. It only take a minute. So in the meantime, I'll hang out with the chat. Nikki says, when I read your response, I felt some fear of laser mice taking over. Dude, I'm telling you, like they wouldn't. Come on. You've seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, right? Oh, Mrs. Cassandra. Where'd you go? Am I like way behind or something? Why is this chat like not caught up? That's weird. Anyways, on my YouTube chat, Mrs. Cassandra said, "You all need to hurry and agree on the color of the robe so we can be a more organized cult." Exactly. We need to be in uniform. What's that saying? They didn't want us to be an army. They shouldn't have. Or no, if they didn't. Yeah, they didn't want us to become an army. They shouldn't have given us uniforms or something like that. I forget what movie that's from. Switch to live chat. No, it's my StreamYard chart. There's chat that's like not catching up. Oh, Reagan just put a video on Twitter regarding Chrisley. It's gold regarding what KJ was saying about him defamation. Oh, really? Oh, you gotta watch that. I don't think she'd mind if I watch it. It's on her Twitter, I'm guessing, right? Or is it on her YouTube? It says new comments, but not, okay, there we go. Now something's coming out. It's on their Twitter. All right. All right. I might play that. Let's wait and see. Okay. Now, is this caught up? So Diane Lee, there's the last one. Is that what's over here? Okay, now it's caught up, it looks like. All right, my Beavers unit says. Oh, cool. All right, I got the video. Oh, this is better too. Wait a minute. What? You should be able to save it now. How do I? Oh, there we go. What the hell? I just heard part of what she said. Oh my God. This is going to be crazy. Did it download yet? Oh yeah, did my other one download yet? What's wrong with my keyboard? Oh, no, it's because my microphone's like right next to my keyboard. That's why. Here, I can move it away a little bit. It won't be quite as bad. Sorry. My keyboard is kind of loud. I mean, it's not a quiet keyboard by any means, but I don't think it's like obnoxiously loud or anything, but it's like a normal keyboard. But yeah, my microphone was like literally like right next to it, like this far away. So yeah. All right. Let's see. What? Okay, so there I got that saved. And then okay, yay. There it is. Okay. All right, so I'm going to start with the rake-in video. Why is nothing ever in order though here? Why is it not set up the same way? Pisses me off. Okay.
Well, I never
Okay. I'm going to play this in just a minute. Okay, just so everyone. Oh yeah, hi current comment. Oops. Just so everyone knows what it is I'm playing. This is a video that Reagan, fucking Reagan just posted on Twitter. So it's about Todd Chrisley and Katie. It's supposed to show like all the defamation, I guess, that she's committed of Todd's throughout the years. Thank you, Lindsay. She loves my glasses. Thank you. Okay, so all right. On that note, I'm gonna play it.
said, I never watched this show because I got like schemy, scammy vibes from him. I also get the sense that he is not a heterosexual man.
Oh.
He's always evaded that question too. He's always like played and toyed with the fact that, you know, he can have all of the sex. And, you know, that was always the thing about him that I was like, stop lying. Just be gay. Like, that's the one thing I hate, is that when people are so religious that they feel like they can't be themselves. So that was the only fraud that I thought was going on. But now
I'm going to pause this for a second. He never struck me as like some crazy religious guy, though. I mean, I don't understand what she's like. I can see if there was any homophobia, which I don't think there really is, maybe a little, I don't know, but not to an obnoxious level by any means. But if there were, for whatever amount there is, I would more or less pin it on just him being Southern, not Christian. so much, but I could be wrong. I mean, I don't recall religion ever being a thing with him.
Oh, he had that fraud going on, and then he wants to have the appearance of being wealthy. So who knows what drove what here. And then as he makes more and more money, instead of doing the right thing to pay the government, he just spends all of his time defrauding the government. It's insane. Absolutely sane. He could be bisexual. I don't know. I just don't get the straight vibes. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sexually fluid, so I feel like I have a decent gaydar or radar for that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Sexually fluid? That's right. She kept calling herself that for a little while. I forgot. Wow. So she not only, she called him homophobic and then blamed it on religion. And also called, basically, the impression I get is that the excuse that she gives for him giving is that he thinks that, like, I don't know, she paints him as like trying to come off as like a tramp or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's how, I don't know, that's how it seemed to me. So, wow. Interesting. You can see why he's suing her. Yeah, I know. Okay. I am going to take this opportunity and I want to, there's one stream I want to address, just like the first few minutes of it. And I crapped off the beginning portion or whatever of it. So it'll only be a couple minutes, but I need to do this while it's fresh in my mind and while it's fresh overall. That's why I'm doing this. So it's a little bit of drama, Phil, whatever, but it's not, yeah, whatever. I'm just going to do it. If I understand if people want to leave, if that's the case, come back in like 10 minutes. I'll be done by then. So, but I don't think anyone's going to mind too much, really. No, not that. Whatever, go away. Browser savage. What? I just saw it. Where the hell did it go? Why didn't this save? 1019? Yeah. Oh. Oh, it's still saving. My bad. It's not done saving yet. That's why. So it's gonna have to wait a minute. Sorry. iMovie for you. But yeah, it was just I wanted to address a few things from the Words Have Power live stream from I think last night. It was last night, I believe, because she addressed my video. But there's a couple of very important points I want to bring up. That's all. So, oh, that's right. So has anyone seen any interesting screenshots lately? I saw on Twitter. Well, I saw the part of the stream there. Was on Julie Virgo's channel, I guess, today. T-Spiracy came on, and the whole blue lipstick rumor, they revealed, shared or whatever, like where that originated from. And I'm kind of shocked at where they said it came from. Because I don't know, man. I thought she and I were, I mean, she's been vocal about some issues or whatever with me. Whatever. I get that. But like, I thought that we were always at least showed each other respect. Each other at least showed each other respect. So I don't know. I was kind of surprised at that. I'm watching the cube. What's the cube? Chanley Dish. You saw that screenshot? Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting. I'm trying to get Chrome started now. I just waiting for it to load, so it'll be a minute. I don't know. I mean, if people already saw it, I'm not going to share it or show it or whatever. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But I think I can't help but to kind of chuckle at some of this. I mean, and I don't want to because I feel bad because I know AZ was hurt, and I know other people are going to get hurt and probably are hurt over this. So I'm not celebrating. I'm not laughing at their misery or on their misery, whatever. I just the irony is all I'm saying. It just the freaking irony. You spoiled my life. Oh. Wait, how did you spoil my life, Sue M? Spoiler alert. What did I miss? I still don't know what the cube is. What is the cube? Oh. No, she showed herself today, believe me, in Julie's live. She started this shit about the blue lipstick. Very sad. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, she kind of did. I mean, she can argue, I suppose, that someone said it to her, but unless she were to give a name or whatever, then yeah, it looks like it started with her. It just, that's how it's gonna look. But my only question though with that is, I mean, I don't care about her trying to, cause me bullshit or whatever, but like, what does she have against Josh? Because like, this was, whatever was going on, whatever they were pissed off at me about, had absolutely nothing, had fuck all to do with Josh. He wasn't involved at all. So why does she feel a need to involve him in this, to kind of drag him into this? I mean, that just, I don't know. That seems awfully, I don't know, shitty. I was trying to make you smile. It's just a TV series. I'm sorry. Oh, no, you don't look sad? I'm not sad. You kind of want to, I would gladly take that hug. Oh God, I'm watching. I appreciate your video yesterday and your comments on you. Where is that? Why didn't they show? Okay, I'm watching. I appreciate your video yesterday and your comments on AZ. We all won't agree on everything, but I appreciate you were genuinely kind in regard to her. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, you're welcome. Just here for it. Why do I know your name? I know that screen name. I can't think of who you are though. But either way, but you're welcome. And that's the thing. I mean, like, I mean, I can't hold other people responsible for me being upset because it's my choice. I let things affect me. So if I get upset, I do have to take some ownership in that. But also too, I can't help but to consider the fact that I think that there's a lot of people in a lot of people's ears, if that makes sense. I don't think, and I mean, I think that that's the case for me too. It's, to a degree with some people, so, and if that's the case with me, then it's likely the case with other people. So I'm not going to hold anything against anyone. I'm just not. Life's too short. Fuck that. And not for nothing, like, I don't know. It's when you just, I don't know, when you don't like forget or forgive or just get past shit, the shit eats away at you, and I had enough shit eating away at me. Wait, what? Someone ended up on the ceiling. What's that, Beaver? You agree. Cool. Oh, why is Crystal saying that she's blocked or something, Sue? I don't. Is that? I don't understand. Well, if you guys are, I don't need to know if you guys are taking care of it. That's cool. Oh, Josh was collateral damage. It's amazing. Yeah. See, that's the thing. That's my take on it too. Wait, where is your comment? I want to pull it up. What the hell? See, this is what I mean. Shit's not where it needs to be, or where it should be. I'm going in between. There we go. Okay. Joshua's collateral damage. It's amazing what people will use to hurt somebody they don't like. And that's the thing. And he was. I mean, and then I feel like by doing that and then accusing me of like kind of like throwing digs at him or whatever and saying accusing me of doing so, it must have been like because he's gay, he's a man wearing lipstick or whatever. Like that was their whole narrative. So you not only just like used this friend of yours, but you also used his sexuality to your advantage, or you tried to anyways. And you also I don't know. That just seems like really this way. Like, and I even said this too when it happened, because I'm like, how the nerve of you to use him like that, to use the sexuality. You're not an ally to the homosexual community if you do this. You can't be. You're not. And because I knew why I wore the lipstick, and I knew it had nothing. No offense, Josh, but it had fuck all to do with you. I didn't even know you wore it. I do hear though that you wore it better. So, dick. No, I'm kidding. But yeah. So I mean, that's why I said it back then, because I know why I wore it. And so for them to come up with this elaborate story, either they're so freaking like focused on making me the bad guy that this naturally popped in their head, or they manufactured it. One or the other. Either way, it's fucked up. Also, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Also, the open discussion of screwing up channels. That's gross to me. Who the fuck is this? Entitled. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. It's the thing. And I mean, is even Katie is angry or not angry, but is frustrated, I think is a good word, as I may have been with her. And, she's been doing this a while. I don't want to see her get taken down for any shit like this. I mean, if she breaks TOS or something, that's one thing, yeah, then, it's out of my hands anyways. Who the fuck am I? But I mean, I would never support or push or call for like her being deplatformed just because she pisses people off. I mean, it has to be more than that. All right, did it save yet? Oh my god, why is this taking so freaking long? This is ridiculous. Google, I think, loaded. I'll just fucking play it from the channel, I guess. I didn't really want to give her the view. But it's going to be a second anyway, still. I feel like so much of my streams are just like me staring at the computer, like waiting for it to do something. I don't know. You guys are going to lose me for a second as I switch over, because I'm on Firefox, of course. So I'll be right back. Holy shit, that took forever. You almost heard me like freaking throw my computer across the room there for a second. Like, no kidding. So. See, Lindsay, I like to be a trendsetter. I like odd colors of lipstick, but a bold red lip takes the cake. I wish I could wear red. I do. Like these glasses, I feel like look kind of weird on me, but like nothing red ever looks good on me. I don't know why. Like the red lipstick, red hair. Like I love red hair. I wish I had red hair, or I wish I could wear red hair. But I try every time I tried it, it looks like shit on me. It's horrible. Like every other color I've tried, like it looked different, but I liked it. But red, nope, it's not my color. It's 5 years later, lots has changed. Which changed in 5 years? I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, yes, lots of things have changed in 5 years. You're right, but I feel like you were talking about something specific, so that's why I'm asking. Oh, thank you. Trust me, it's bad. Like, one of my best friends years ago, like she always wanted to be blonde. I always wanted to be red. And she looked fantastic as a redhead. And she always thought I looked great as a blonde. But we would every so often just be like, you know what? We're going to do it anyways. And we do it. And like afterwards, we're like, oh my God, we look like shit. Manifest joke taking too long. Oh, okay. I get it. I don't get it, but I get what you're saying. Manifest. I don't. Yeah, it did take 5 years for me to come back to you. It did just about. And I'm waiting for the chat to load on YouTube, and that's taking 5 years. Then I have to load something. It's annoying. Right. Actually, it'll speed up, I think, if I close on Firefox. What happened? Why did my screen go black? There we go. Nope. What's going on here? That freaked me out. My Firefox did not want to close. I had to force quit it. So yeah, as soon as I get started here, I will try and play the video. Other than that, I didn't really have much planned. Other than that, I was thinking I would drop the link in the chat in case anyone wants to come on. I did not know that. Interesting. Now shit's finally loaded. Yay, now I have the chat back. And it's moving fast. Okay. This is ridiculous how long shit takes me. Like my video, where the chat's moving by fine, but my video is paused. Like it won't load. It's crazy. Oh yeah. Mrs. Cassandra says VVLCR or at VVLCR. It was police wife life is what everyone is saying. I saw the screenshots. And I can post it. I mean, don't go sending any hate or anything at Police Wife Life. Don't. It's between she and I, if anything's going to be said at all. And it should be said between she and I. Okay. I don't ever want anyone to ever go at anyone on my behalf, ever. So, like, for real. Stop texting me. I'm kidding. Don't stop texting me. No, I can't talk. So yeah, never. Like I'm not going to be subtle about this or vague or whatever. I'm going to be as direct as I can. Please, never, 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 never go throwing any shade or any hate at anyone over me. Believe me, I'm not worth it. So don't. Like I said, it's if anything's going to be said between she and I, it's between she and I. So. Yes, I think Katie actually did get served with papers from Todd Chrisley. From what it sounded like, if she didn't, she would have been all over the Twitter and everything today, denying it up and down, left and right. She would have been like, I didn't get served. I haven't been served. Like she was over the whole Toddy thing. So yeah, the fact that she was been completely quiet about it today, yeah, I think she got served. So. First. So, yeah, she definitely got served, I'm going to say. And I finally got shit to finish loading. Okay. How much time is on there? So 56:35. So it's about 6 minutes, and I have to start it. Right there should be good. Oh. Okay, that I can answer now. Thank you, Lisa Nichols. I'm gonna go ahead and put that up there because I like what you said there. You are worth it, but it's the rest of it I really like. But you in this community are better than that. We don't stoop to that level, as tempting as it is. Yes, all that, yes. And like I said, I mean, if I ever have any kind of issue with a creator, I mean, even if I make snarky comments or whatever, or do like a commentary thing, a video, whatever, if there's ever going to be any like real discussion, it's going to be had with me. I don't ever want anyone to do anything like that on my behalf. I'm sure as hell not going to encourage or send anyone to do that. What? All right, I can't look at that now because I'm gonna get sucked into that. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and share this because I want to cover this, and then I want to move on. I want to drop the link in the chat there. This has been playing ever since. 4, 6. Where am I at? All right. Let me take this down. All right, like I said, there's just a few minutes of this I want to cover. Like literally a few minutes, that's it. Am I at the right spot?
It speaks volumes about other people. Gwen, how you doing? Difficult for me to say. I have a speech. Oh, right. So, just smells so good.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, right. So just to put this out there, I have a speech impediment. So there are some words that are difficult for me to say. Hey, Gwen, how you doing? It speaks volumes about other people who make fun of the way I speak. It doesn't speak about me. That is some.
Now, at first, I thought she can't be talking about me because I never made fun of how she spoke. I corrected, or I didn't correct, but I informed the verbiage that's used to describe this one thing because she was using the incorrect one. But I never said anything about how she was saying anything, nor did I suspect or suggest that she was saying the incorrect word. It's not even incorrect because definition speaking wise, it was the correct word, but just it wasn't the same word that the agency used. So when I corrected that, I just assumed that she was using the other word because she was just unaware or she was not aware that the agency used the other term or whatever. That's why I said what I said. It had nothing to do with how she spoke. I never even, if she has a speech impediment, then she's pretty much over it by now because you can't tell. So I'm just saying. At first I didn't think that this was even about me, but as it goes on, I think it's about me.
Low-level bully bullshit. And I feel sad to a certain degree for people who do that, who feel the need to speak rudely about someone with a speech impediment. That is called ableism. And it's really sad.
See, that just kind of, it seems like her defense or whatever for being upset over something I said about just correcting her word usage. Her defense is to call me an ableist and kind of like, I don't know. It seems a little exploitative. I don't know. Was I mute? Oh, okay, I wasn't muted.
Oh, really? I haven't even been looking at the count, but thank you, gamer guy. Because it fluctuates, and then people are unsubscribed without knowing and whatever. Like, it is what it is. It's YouTube. Okay, so when I'm trying to say a word and I can't say it, it doesn't mean I'm uneducated or I don't know how to, read or whatever, or that I don't have the certifications that I do actually have.
See, I never said she didn't know how to read. I never said she was I just said the word. I just said exclusions. That's all I said. I looked in the camera. I said exclusions. That's all I said.
Simply means that there are some words that are difficult for me to say because I have a speech impediment.
See, I think that the reason why she wasn't saying exclusion, I'm not saying she doesn't have a speech impediment. Maybe she did, or maybe she does. I don't know. But I think the reason why she wasn't saying it is because she never bothered to read the FBI website before she did her stream. That's why I think she wasn't saying it. But it's not even that big of a deal. I don't even understand.
And there's nothing I can do about that. So for those people who make fun of me for that, you're not just making fun of me. You're making fun of a bunch of other people out there. And not a good look at all. Yes, it is very childish. Thank you. Also, yes, I am an ex-law enforcement officer, ex-law enforcement. And I am.
See, she has said in a previous stream that she worked for a county, and she mentioned like being in a courtroom. So I think she was like a bailiff because like where I live, like the county officers, whatever, they're the bailiffs. They work in the county courthouse, the one that hears like all kinds of cases, not just like the city ones or whatever. But so I assume that that's how it is for most other counties throughout the U.S. So I think that might have been her profession, which, I mean, that's a great profession. I'm not knocking it. Don't get me wrong, but she presents herself as being this knowledge, now informed, whatever, person on investigations, like on all kinds of things, law enforcement related. And I just don't think that would be an accurate description if that's the case. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I honestly, it doesn't really matter, in my opinion. I mean, I don't care about who she was or what she did. Great, that's awesome. It's about what she's doing now that's kind of got me concerned. That's all.
I am an ex victims advocate. I worked in the field. I was paid for that job. And I am also human. So it seems like there's this weird thing where I'm not supposed to get angry, but if I raise my voice and I'm being unreasonable or hysterical or whatever, but then I talk too low and quiet and whatnot. So that's boring too. In my culture, many of the people in my culture speak low and kind of quietly and carefully. That's just normal. Also, sarcasm is strong in my culture. I don't expect most white people to understand that. I am Cherokee Scots Irish, so one side of my family is very loud, very, very loud. The other side is not. So I'm not even going to be concerned with certain people anymore. You've shown people yourself. I'm not the problem, actually. And I'm not going to be anyone's scapegoat either. Stopbullying.gov, call 1-800-273-8255.
Oops, wrong. I think that might be the end of it.
1-800.
The end of it. The biggest thing I wanted to address here is the things she covered. Like, maybe they weren't directed at me, so I could be wrong. Okay, then fine. I admit that. But some things that she covered were directed at me. But she didn't cover any of the things I discussed in my video, except for she I don't know if maybe I did get to the part yet or whatever, but she accuses me of exploiting trauma victims and everything. That's the only thing that she addressed, really, because like I've everything, like when she lied and said that I further redacted reports, when no, I wouldn't even know how to do that, nor did I care to do that. In fact, I added redaction. So there was just a bold face lie. And that really, that got to me a little bit, just how someone can just tell a lie like that on someone and that kind of lie. And then to address my having discussed this, but doesn't address that or any, I just don't know why she didn't find the other shit important enough to correct. Even if she didn't correct it, even if she wanted to argue or just tell me to fuck off about it, whatever, she didn't even bother to address it. Like, she's pretending like it didn't happen, almost, it seems like. And that worries me. I don't know. It does. She wouldn't be able to call you a bully. Yeah, I get that. And like I was saying before, please do not go throw her any shade, any hate. No, don't, not in her comments, not in her chat, nothing. If you like her, if you enjoy watching her, please continue to do so. I mean, because you deserve to be happy and watch something that you enjoy watching. Okay, so please. And I think I can see why people enjoy watching her. I get that. So it's not even like that. But I I think that, and I'm no freaking expert to YouTube. I'm still a complete and total noob myself. But she seems kind of bummed and upset though that people are criticizing her, and you kind of have to learn to either ignore the criticism or address it. You know, you can address it in all kinds of ways, but you should not address it being a bitch. You know, I'm not saying this was she was being, but she wasn't very nice about it. Just I don't know. And I think at one point oh no, I didn't play it all then. I didn't get to that part. That's right. Oh, what I missed? Thank you so much for the super sticker, Crystal. Thank you. Let me play it for one more minute because there's one other part, I think.
273 talk, TALK. Chat with Lifeline. Visit the National S Prevention Lifeline. Please for Spanish speakers, call 1-888-628-54. Shiza 9454 9454. You were born on Res? Wow. Right on. Yeah, I've been out there a few times. Yep, that if I were a registered member, that's where I would be. Hey.
I can play my clip. It's like a 45-minute long video. Well, I can play the part though that I was talking about just now about the redaction part. I can play that. That's only like a minute or two long, probably. So I can do that. I mean, I don't think anyone wants to sit here and listen. You know, go if you wanted to watch my 45-minute video, you go watch me. You know what I mean? You wouldn't want to do it here. The clip that she's alluding to, though, that's what she's alluding to here is pretty much the whole video. I think that I made, and like my video was in response to, okay, it started off when she did a video. It was like a 2-hour long stream, and it was the whole thing was about me. It was. And it seems like my FOIA request that I submitted to the FBI, like that kind of triggered her somehow. That's why she did this 2-hour long stream. It started off about being about the FOIA request with the FBI, turned into the FOIA request over Katie's, essay report, and they became all about that. And then it became all about the lies, pretty much. And Charlotte even showed up there in the chat and helped her along there at the end. So I didn't even pull like all the parts where she talks shit because I didn't want to keep dragging this shit up over and over again. I didn't want to keep dragging up this shit about the report and the shit that she was saying, and I didn't want to perpetuate it, basically. So I kept it kind of PG-13 is how I called it. I took other clips and put them together, and like all the entirety of the clips I took from her stream, it came to like 13 minutes and something seconds. The rest of my video was me talking. So apparently. So, oh my God, thank you so much for the super sticker, Crystal. So yeah, but I mean, I didn't see if you responded, but I can play that. I can play it any part of mine if you want. I mean, it's kind of long. I don't think you want to watch it. So, all right. And this is still playing, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay. What was playing then? Oh, no. Okay.
Hey, Kirsten. How you doing? Kirsten? Hopefully I'm saying that right.
Me too.
Your voice is lovely. I think that's why I subscribed. Easy to listen to. Right on. Glad to hear that. I mean, it's, I don't expect everyone to like me. That's just not even a possibility. That's not human, maybe? I don't know. But I'm not here for a popularity contest. And I find it funny that someone says I'm exploiting victims. It's almost like someone maybe might need to look in a mirror at themselves.
Yeah. I'm not the one on live streams 5 nights a week pushing. I mean, It's great. Absolutely talk, create a safe space for people to talk. That's absolutely, it's the importance of that is beyond measurable. But when you take that safe space and you use it for 2 hours to come at someone, then it does feel kind of exploitative to me. That's all. Because I mean, I'm not taking that safe space and throwing it at someone. I just forget I'm not making the safe space either. So I mean, there's that to consider also, I suppose. But it just does. It feels a little exploitative. And it's YouTube. It's a little bit of a popularity contest, right? I mean, it's not just me, right? I mean, you may not be competing for the most popular, but you do still want to be popular. Otherwise, you might feel like your work is all in vain. I mean, like a lot of my videos I would still do and everything, even if nobody watched, because that's why I started the channel. It was more of a cathartic thing for me. But the live streams, I'll be honest, if people didn't come and watch, I probably wouldn't do them because I'd just be sitting here talking to myself. So who's messing with our resident kangaroo keeper? No. Leave Sue alone. Oh, I was suggesting the clip of you correcting the word. Oh, okay. Yes. All right. I can play that. Yes. I didn't want to subject anyone to this 45-minute long video. But yes, I can absolutely play that. Fact. That was right in the beginning of mine. So.
Have to release the file for the current investigation if there's one going on right now. So if you submit that FOIA request and it comes back that there's little or nothing for them to give to you, that does not mean that you are not under investigation. That just means that they can't give you anything right now. Hey.
Okay. Triggered her suggesting that some real and for anyone else. Yeah, so my get confirmation, the letter that can been one to if active investigate approved. Oh, anyway, I'll explain this on Twitter. Bullshit.
And we're talking about FOIA requests.
I knew to fast forward it because I never stopped her video when I made the correction. I just kind of threw it out there, so I'll know it when I see it, and I don't want to listen to me. So
which yes, Snoop Medic. That is a Freedom of Information request, which you can send to any any department of the government for information on yourself or others, or like a group or things like that. So
I want to point out requests our ability to mind requests. About to say ass.
The Black Panthers. You want to learn and post something.
Here we go.
So I'm just trying to pull something out of my head.
No, she had it right first time when she was about to say ass.
The Black Panthers. You want to learn more about the Black Panthers and what the government's involvement was with all that, right? You submit a FOIA request for that group or for individual people in that group, right? If you're writing a paper or something like that, right? Because of the Constitution, etc., they have to release certain.
The Constitution, etc. That's pretty broad. I'm just saying. Oh shoot.
Of information to you, but they don't have to release everything. Something about a child, right, or an individual person, etc. Records can either be sealed, so then you're going to be blocked, or there could be something that's top secret.
Okay, I want to just point something out here too. She's speaking as though she's some sort of voice of authority on the matter, prepped enough to learn the hammering on about here. I am nowhere near a voice of authority on FOIA requests, so please don't ever take my word for it. The best I can do is hook you up with the link to file one on yourself. That's the best I can do. But I realize this. I'm also not sitting up here giving people information as though I am some voice of authority. And she seems to do this a lot. she seems to fancy herself some sort of expert on matters, and enough to where she is hosting live streams on really important human interaction issues. But she's not. She's nowhere near an expert. Like, I would even say for someone her age, she's kind of behind a little bit. I mean, this is very troublesome. I find this. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. Now, if there is an active investigation, they can't then send me the letter that they sent me, that there's no such records exist, that nothing exists that can fill my request. They can't do that. They can say, due to exclusion 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, we are unable to fill this request. That's what I get. That's all I'll get. If potentially.
Hey, for the current investigation, if there's one going on right now. So if you submit that FOIA request and it comes back that there's little or nothing for them to give to you, that does not mean that you are not under investigation. That just means that they can't give you anything right now. Hey,
I don't know why I can't find it. It seems that I mind the live parts of. It's got to be in the beginning. So
talk about FOIA requests and certain other things. Let's say that you think that you are under investigation for something by some department of law enforcement. If you submit a FOIA request and there actually is a current investigation going on, there are exceptions, right?
Exclusions. Okay, see? Right there. I mean, it does. I didn't really notice it when the first time. It does kind of sound like she said I can't even say it now. Exemptions, kind of, not even it barely differently or whatever. But I wasn't correcting that word. I was correcting it by using the word exclusions, because that's the word that they use is exclusions. I don't know. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Melinin. I used to be afraid to mention your name in any way due to others being treated a certain way when they do. I don't care anymore. You are not fake and speak your mind. Backlash or not, my kind of girl. Thank you. And I'm sorry that you felt afraid to mention my name. I don't know. Thank you. I'm sorry for that. And again, I got nothing against this woman personally or anything. And please don't even look at her sideways. Definitely not on my behalf. I feel like this is going to be another person who just exhibits some of the same traits as others we've known. And I don't know. I see it happening. So, but on that note, now that I'm close that out, and anyone wants to come up and join me, I didn't really have a whole lot planned for tonight, but I wanted to come and hang out. We can just talk about shit, and we can talk about uni too. I mean, it's always interesting. All right, I'm going to call attention to something now and hopefully squash anything if there's any animosity or whatever. And I'm probably the first person who might have caused it months ago. But TD Talk says, I haven't hung out on this channel but a few times. It's engaging with peeps I'm familiar with. I guess I'm a traitor. And someone in my DMs I don't even know. I hope people aren't that petty. I owe you an apology, I think. Back when all this shit went down, I did make a commentary video. And honestly, I don't remember what I said in the video, but I have a feeling that I probably, said some ball breaking shit. I apologize. That was petty of me. That was kind of dickish of me. And I'm be more than happy to take it down too, if you would prefer. I know that even back then, people were upset or whatever over things that went down. And now looking back on it, I think that maybe myself included, people possibly got a little too upset over something that might not have been a big deal. I don't know. But either way, it all seems petty now. So, and I hope that no one's giving you a hard time in my chat. I mean, if someone wants to discuss it with you further, then that's, between you guys. I'm not going to suggest otherwise, but I hope no one's treating you disrespectfully in the chat. That's it. So there. And I'm going to drop the link if anyone wants to come up, you included. So feel free. She did lie, but I mean, I feel like the whole thing was she kind of slighted Katie more than anyone, and maybe it's just me. I'm not going to get too upset. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Well, Dottie, what's up, Dottie?
Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good.
I got back from vacation. I want to say, I got to turn my other stream down. I'm hearing myself twice. Killing me. I want to also mention about TV Talks. I also want to tell her how much I respect her for how she has stood up for the race issue with Ren. It's very
I didn't even
admirable
know
what
about
you're
that.
doing. She has stood by her truth, and she has gotten into arguments with people who
Really?
are just not happy with her. But I really admire the fact that you are sticking to your guns, TV Talks, on such an important matter.
I didn't even know that, but that makes me very happy to hear. So yeah.
And that really impressed me. And I had messaged her privately as well about this. So just want to let her know that we're behind you on that for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So I hear Unirock talks about us a lot lately, huh?
Yeah, he does. Well, apparently I'm not the enforcer anymore, though. I don't know. I mean, it seems like I'm an insignificant member, he called me.
Oh, I thought I was just a flying monkey, but I heard my name's been popping a lot, so who knows?
Yeah, we all have been. Hey, Chicago.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good. How are you? Hey, Crystal. Well, I should probably bring you on first. Hey, Crystal.
So I just wanted to make this real quick. I was treated like really bad when I went into that woman's stream. Like, I don't know if you had seen that.
Oh, the one I was just playing?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't see that. I don't pay attention to the chat much, though. I'll be honest.
So I left a message on one of your YouTube videos, and I called you little sister.
Oh, yeah.
It's a joke because we look alike and we're both from cities. Someone in her chat, aren't you Aaron's sister? Then the whole chat turned on. What the hell is Aaron's sister doing here? You don't belong here.
Oh my God.
I left with a big fuck you. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and I bounced. So I will never treat anybody that way.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah, I learned a lesson. I won't treat people that way because it was really crappy for someone to treat me that way. And that's my story. So you're now my little sister, according to her chat. So whenever they see me, you're my baby sister. So unbelievable. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great night.
Thanks, you too. I'm sorry about that, but thanks.
I wanted to share and tell
that's funny. I'm glad you did.
The detox girl, she's a doll. She's a doll, and no, we won't treat her badly. You have a very good chat.
Thanks.
All right. Good night, hoops.
Good night.
Good night, Chicago. I was just through your city the other night at like midnight. I was like, oh, the easiest time.
We could have went for drinks. Oh my God.
Right. We stayed at White Castle because we don't have them here.
Oh my God. Yes. All right. You guys have a great night. Peace out, everybody.
Good night. Bye. Thank you so much for the super chat, Miss Salty. I'm so behind, but made alive. You rocky, Casey. Thank you. Okay. Is there another one here?
I don't know if you heard this rumor either. I heard it while I was on vacation and I laughed.
What's that?
I heard that Steve sent me on vacation.
Stop it! What are you doing?
So I would be quiet.
Oh yeah.
I guess I knew too much. I don't know. He can send me on vacation whenever he wants, though. 'Cause
He
that
sent you.
rocks.
They're saying that he sent you on vacation to shut you up or something.
I guess. I don't know. I thought it was hilarious.
Oh my god.
Since I've had this vacation scheduled since January.
So you tell me if I nag some person on the internet long enough, will give me a vacation?
Yeah, that's what we're saying, Gregory. Yep. My son goes, "What? You mean to tell me if I make someone mad enough on the internet, they'll give me a vacation?"
No, not make them mad, just nag them.
Oh, nag them. Yeah. Yeah,
That's
try
the
that.
rumor.
Well, I mean, I've been tempted to send him away a few times. He nags the shit out of me. No, I'm kidding. That's funny, though. That is funny.
What's going on, Crystal?
Hey, how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm glad Dottie's here because actually Dottie is one of the first people that I talk to in real life outside of, YouTube. And I would say that what I've learned from her and what I hope we've taught each other is that, I used to sit back and worry about, oh my God, what is everybody going to think about me if I have this opinion and that opinion, blah, blah, blah. But, in the beginning, I was a big Charlotte supporter. I was a Charlotte supporter back when she had like less than 600 subs. Same with Waxy. And I sat back and I was like, all right, well, these are grandmas. I'm being nice. I'm going to like them. Even with Red in the beginning, I thought, well, everybody's against her. I'm going to, stand with her. And this, I'll just tell you what I've learned is that I'm so pissed off about everybody sitting back thinking that they can be assholes to other people while standing behind the persona of, well, I'm the victim. I'm the victim here. I didn't really see that at first until I started listening more and more and more. As a matter of fact, when Charlotte first started out, she was like, I'm gonna get a laptop. I need this, blah, blah, blah. I contacted Charlotte 101. We talked on the phone. I said, how much money do you need? I sent her the money to get the laptop. I did that out of the kindness of my own heart. Well, when everything started going down, and again, I was one of her first mods, and I don't give a shit about being a mod, whatever. But I'm just saying I was loyal. Well, when she thought somehow I was aligned with Dottie, or I was still aligned with Red, or I was aligned with you, or whoever else, Wrench gone, not talking to you, not responding to DMs, which is cool. Like, right at the end of the day, these people are not people that are part of my real life.
Right. Yeah.
But just the whole, they want to talk about bully mentality and they want to say they're the victims. I'm going to be the first to stand up and say whether it's popular opinion or it's not. They are the fucking bullies at times. They are. It's okay to be neutral and to say, hey, I don't agree with this person or I don't do this. But the more that I saw people ganging up on you, and Dottie can tell you this, when I saw people ganging up on Dottie, I was like, that's not okay. You can't be that way. You can't be that way. So now I'm just more and more, I'm like, fuck this, fuck you. Sorry for my language, sorry, I'll back up. Just not gonna deal with the gang mentality. Like, oh, well, if you like Dottie, I can't be friends with Aaron. If I like Aaron, well then Dottie might not want to be my friend. And of course, I'm saying this in hyperbole. That's not true. But I'm just,
I know.
come on. And Dottie, agreed or not agreed, that's the conversations we've always had from day one.
Right. And anybody can watch anybody. It's all good. And I can disagree with some people, but when they do an act that I feel like is like respectable, or, you know, like I said about TD Docs, I may not always agree with her because I don't. But in that particular matter, I stand up for that because I was married to a Jamaican for 19 years. I experienced racism firsthand. It's not a pleasant thing, and you know, it's people. You don't have to like somebody to agree with them or disagree with them. You know, and it's just I hate when people play these silly games of, oh, if you like her, I can't be with you. Da 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 da.
And then I want to. Absent 12 says, "Wow, TD hacks can lie and still be respected. I'm supporting the wrong people." You can support whoever you want, obviously, and I support you supporting whoever you want. And my giving an apology, it's not me supporting what happened. It's just me saying that I felt that I owed this because maybe I took things a little too far. Maybe I was a bit of a bitch too, you know, or what. I played my part, is what I'm saying. And I felt that I needed to say this, acknowledge I played my part, and, you know, and say I'm sorry. That's all that it means. You know, I mean, it's not a slight to anyone else. It's not becoming best friends or anything. It's me acknowledging something that I felt that I did wrong. That's what it is. So I'm sorry. I just wanted to do.
So I say
we take the super chat.
We take all our rage out on Uni instead.
Yeah, I think I second that. Yeah.
I feel a Uni memes video coming up.
But he doesn't have the shoulders though to hold all of our rage.
I know. Shoulderless Uni. Gotta love it.
Dottie, you need to go to unis and tell your truth. How he controlled you, he manipulated you, he totally made you do shit you didn't want to do. I mean, go to the live, settle it once and for all. Just, you know, that's what you need. That's what you need to do.
I'll make sure I bring my chihuahua with me.
You have a chihuahua?
I don't, but I'll find one.
Oh.
My daughter has one. I'll go run over to her house and grab it and go there.
Just, you know, like I work a lot. I've been working a lot. And so, you know, I check out of, you know, Twitter and YouTube sometimes for days at a time. And you know what? That's okay. Because my husband will even call me back to real life sometimes. He'll see me getting like all worked up and responding to chats and being, you know, so involved in lives that he's like, Crystal, do you realize that you're letting this shit get you worked up? And for what? Like, for what? And Dottie, I know you went through a similar thing with Mike. Like, Mike's like, hey, if you're crying at night, this isn't cool. This is not acceptable.
Right. When it becomes unfun anymore, then I will definitely question what I'm doing here. But I've changed my schedule. I went on vacation, which was the best thing I ever did. And the timing was perfect. Because I heard the week I was away was nutso, so.
Yeah, sometimes I'll come back to Twitter or YouTube and I'll see this shit show going on. I'm like, wait, what did I miss? And I'm like, all right. Well, it's kind of like a soap opera. You know, like I've watched Days of Our Lives since I was like 12. I cannot watch it for like 10 years and then tune in for like 3 days. And then I'm like, okay, now I know what's going on. I feel like it's a lot the same with just social media in general. And what I think sucks about it is that everybody becomes like keyboard tough girls or tough guys. We say shit we would never say to somebody's face in real life. We are digging into their, when I say we, I don't mean me, you, Aaron. I'm just talking about groups in general. Like, all of a sudden it becomes okay for me to know where you work, your job, the city you live in, contact your friends. No, that's never okay on any level. And where did we become as a society that we thought that was okay? I'll be a troll, but I'll tell you, I'm a troll with good hair. So I'm not going to be the troll with the, freaking purple, you know, scratchy hair. That's not me. I'll be the troll with good hair, but whatever. Why does anybody have to be a fucking troll? I'm flabbergasted by most of the behavior I'm seeing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You get a bunch of people together though who kind of talk about somebody or other people and their business. It's inevitable before we all start talking about each other and each other's business. And I mean, like for the longest time, I've been hearing about like how the community's imploding or whatever. But I mean, I just think it was always kind of like that. I mean, I've only been around for like a year and a half, but it always is. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's just human nature. I mean, whatever. I mean, I don't even think the community's like wrong for that necessarily. It's definitely not abnormal, but either way, yeah, we can stop maybe being the dicks we are at times. And yeah, this goes for me too, as much as I hate to admit it.
I mean, like for instance, I watch creators that I don't even necessarily like or agree with. But my take on things is that if I'm going to form an opinion about you or someone else, I'm gonna do it based on my own observations, right? So, and Dottie, I hope you're okay with me saying this, but there was a thing a while back where Dottie contacted me and she's like, "Hey, I'm hearing you've been in other creators' chats. Like, did you make up with them?" And I'm like, "Well, no, but yeah, I was there, and yeah, I commented, and yeah, I did whatever." But I was straight up with her. But you know what I loved about Dottie? She came to me directly. She said, "Hey, is this going on?" And we talked about it. But so many times it's like, oh well, I know that I'm supposed to be loyal to Aaron, but I stopped by Waxy Chat, so I guess now F Aaron, I'm not her friend anymore. No.
Which is not a problem. Can I just clarify something with that real fast, Crystal? The only reason I did that is because you're one of my moderators. If you're just a subscriber, I have no business asking you if you've been
no. And I'm not even mentioning anybody by name at all. But I'm just saying, I got where you were coming from, but we talked about it and then we were cool, right? Like, it was done. That's what I respect about you. You didn't just take somebody else's word for it. You said, "Hey, I need to talk to Crystal and see what's up." What I'm saying, Dottie, is I respect you for that. That's all.
Right. I always try to be direct with it and come to the person.
And anybody that knows me knows that I'm very direct. Sometimes to a fault. Sometimes to a fault. But I love all the friends I've made here. I respect other people's opinions. Aaron, in the beginning, I didn't know who you were. The first time that I got to know you was during the red stream when the whole report was gone over, and I didn't fault you for that. I knew that you were like, "Hey, I'm not saying anybody's a liar. I'm just going over facts." And what I love about you is that you stood up for that. You still stand behind it. You're not someone that says, "You know what? Oh God, guys, I guess you were right. I shouldn't have fucking done that." You stand up for what you believe, and that's cool. I love that about you.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, bottom line is, it just, yeah, I don't get me wrong. I mean, I didn't like Katie. I mean, I think people had a right to question if I had bias or whatever, but bias or not, I mean, just what she did on a public platform like YouTube to a public official, a police detective who was still working that community, and just spread this bullshit. I mean, it just, I could not get over that. I still can't.
As a supporter of women, I couldn't stand behind people calling Dottie disgusting names. I couldn't stand behind people calling you disgusting names. I can't stand behind people that want to personally attack other people. I will never stand behind that. It's never okay to bully anybody on any level. You can disagree with somebody, but it doesn't mean you have to personally attack that person or that it gives you a right to. It doesn't.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, even if you disagree with someone, I mean, chances are they came to their conclusion, their opinion, whatever, based on their perceptions. And it was based on good intentions, regardless. You know, I mean, and I think that's what matters more than anything. Like, 'cause you can have you can have people with shitty intentions do good things, or people with great intentions do shitty things. And I think that's the intent that defines what, you know, the act or whatever, defines who's guilty or innocent, if you will. I don't know, but intentions, I think, mean more than anything. And you can't learn someone else's intentions without talking with them to learn how and why they came to the conclusion in which they did. So I don't know. I can't find that screenshot now. Oh shit. I swear my son came home and I think he freaking let mosquitoes in the house, because now I'm getting bit. It's crazy. Oh, we lost Crystal? I just came back to the screen.
Yeah, me too. There's one thing I'm going to be releasing soon about just now that I'm back from vacation. I feel like there's a couple things I need to debunk. I heard that the FBI didn't come to my house.
Okay.
So
I didn't hear that one. Okay.
Yeah, I saw comments where they're like, well, in Wisconsin, well, there is an office in Green Bay, which is 20 minutes away from me. And Wisconsin's not a real hopping place for crime.
No, it's not.
So they probably didn't have a lot to do. And I'm going to debunk that with screenshots of emails and a tweet I put out that morning. To my surprise, I didn't think the FBI was going to come to my door either. But there was an agent showing me her badge.
Yeah, when you said that on Steve's stream there, that kind of caught me off guard. I was like, holy, what were they doing at your house like days later? That's
nothing else to do around here. Yeah.
But no, when you explained about how like you were getting like the death threats or whatever in your comment section, you know, then I was okay. When we're talking, I think about, you know, a little bit different of a situation. So, you know, okay,
right. Like,
but
I mean, after the second one, the first one I was just going to kind of sit on it and see what happens. After the second one, I figured, well, that's probably a good time to report it. And then I'm getting another one 3 weeks later. So it will be in the video.
And can I pull it up? I can't pull it up. Oh, yes, I can. Okay. So thank you so much for the super chat, Miss Salty. Finally, I can publicly say pineapple belongs on pizza. Yay!
No, I'm just kidding. You can like pineapple. Mike does too. And Michelle G, there is a Wisconsin Hot Pocket. I heard all about it. It's gross. You don't want to know.
I spent a few weeks in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin.
Okay, yep. Down that's near Madison. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, that's where I flew in. I flew in at Madison, and oh my god, that's like one of the most beautiful cities I ever seen.
Right. It's on just a narrow strip of land between 2 nice lakes.
Yeah.
And it's a party town too. University of Wisconsin's there. Party town.
I gotta say too, like it was the strangest place though in a way, because like everywhere you went in Wisconsin, wherever you saw other people, they all smiled, said hi, and would strike up a conversation with you about anything.
We're the nicest people. That's why.
You really, it's like I mean, people joke about Canadians being the nicest people. Dude, I bet you guys make Canadians kind of look like dicks. I mean, I couldn't believe it. Like when I came home, my mom picked me up at the airport, and we got off at the thruway here in Utica, and the tollway booth guy there was kind of a dick. And I'm like, oh my God, it feels so good to be home.
Oh, I've driven the New York State Thruway. Yeah. Toll workers aren't the most pleasant people.
Well, I went out there to visit my sister, and she even told me that this was back in the late 90s. It was like 1998 or 9 or so. But she told me that only just a few years prior, the state required car owners to have car insurance, because it wasn't that big of it. Like, people stayed good on their word to pay shit. Like, that's unheard of. Like, that's how nice you people are.
Right. They just started requiring car insurance mandatory.
Yeah.
Like in 2010 or something.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's crazy.
Oh my God. Like, as long as I've been driving since like 1991, I think, I've had to have insurance.
Things take a little longer to get to Wisconsin, I guess, sometimes. So yeah, don't quote me on that. I might be wrong, but I know it was in my adulthood that the insurance requirement happened.
That's crazy.
Yeah, if you ever seen the comedian Charlie Barnes, that's a typical Wisconsinite right there. Well, not quite typical.
I don't think I've seen that.
He's crazy. He's a comedian from my state, and he's really funny. He does all the typical stereotypical Wisconsin things. Like, tell your mom I says hi. Watch out for deer. Because they're well, that's how we got our Camaro, because Mike hit a deer with our other car and totaled it. So
oh yeah, I remember when that happened. Didn't you post pictures of it or something on Twitter?
Yes.
I think? Yeah.
Yes. Kenosha back in the day. Oh. Before it got burned down last summer.
How did it get burned down?
There was some riots there.
Oh, okay.
BLM, and things got messy. But yeah, so yeah, Uni is, from what I understand, being Uni.
So has anyone listened to his Twitter stream? I know it's not Periscope anymore, but I want to call it Periscope still. So Twitter stream, I guess. Like, I can't pull it up for some reason. That's weird. That doesn't. I know Sue said she was listening to it, and that our names are coming up again. I just can't. I'm really kind of bummed I'm not the enforcer anymore. Like, I loved that. Like, I wanted to get start selling T-shirts like Aaron the Enforcer. You know. It's I have a hard time listening to him, because it'll be an hour of talking, and he could have gotten that all done in 5 minutes. Yep. It's, I don't even know how it happens. Like, how I find myself like, wait a minute, he started at like this point 50 points ago, and we're only 2 minutes along. Like, what are we doing here? You know, it's like, I don't know. I feel like I took drugs and then just started waking up sober at some point. You know, like, how the fuck did that happen? Yeah, that's Kim has a good point. He probably has you blocked. I think you can't listen if you're blocked. Oh, I did not know that. Well, then naturally, of course, yeah. If he's going to talk shit about me, it makes sense to block me. I don't get that. I don't understand that. Oh my God, I don't understand it. I don't know. I don't have anyone blocked. Like, on YouTube, I have like bot accounts or whatever blocked. Twitter, I have one account blocked, and like, that was because it was one of like it was a Katie stand that was just like all up my ass or whatever. Like, that's the only person I blocked. I don't get it. If I'm interacting with someone, if I'm involved or interacting enough to the point I'm mentioning them in a live stream, I'm not going to block them. I don't know. But I'll try listening to him when, like, on a different account or whatever. Oh, incognito. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I can do that. Damn it. There was something in chat. Now I don't see it. Fuck. Granted, I seen it a while ago, but still. So you watched T-Spiracy stream from last night? Yes, I did.
she made some valid points. And I'm like, I said this months ago. Everyone hated me for it.
Yeah, I think I put a tweet up today. I'm like, so did anyone else's head explode? You
I know. I was like,
I mean, yeah, I mean, it wasn't even so much the whole the Ren bullshit, like, because she basically said the same thing that I had, myself and Tina had said months ago about how, like, we get it, yeah, he says horrible shit, but why are you guys all up in his shit, giving him shit, making him talk more shit, you know? Basically, that's what it was. But it wasn't even that. It was the comments about Charlotte, because like it was starting to feel like Voldemort here. Like, this is the shit about the person you shall never name and say about, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it was starting to feel like if you pointed out certain things about Charlotte. And then to hear her come out and say this last night, it was like, really? Because like I caught bad shit, I think, for Ren, but not for long. Like I would get it for a few days and it'd just die right off. But the stuff with Charlotte, like, that shit's still going, you know. So I caught a lot of shit for that.
Same. Ever since I decided to do a rant in April, it's been since then. I'm the bad guy. Yeah. But all of a sudden I feel like a little vindicated because someone else sees it. I'm like, thank God.
I will tell you guys that I was completely against Ren, even though I respected Erin for still keeping him in her chat or whatever. I thought he was an asshole for the most part, and I'm not going to say I agree with everything he said, but I did watch a replay the other night of when he invited people. He invited Waxy, he invited Red, he invited Charlotte into his stream. And I actually thought he handled it pretty well as far as saying, you know, hey, I've said some fucked up shit. I've been wrong, but I'm willing to have a conversation about it. I was totally on Waxy's side until he started talking about the fact that him being called the N-word was hurtful. And then she automatically said, well, you calling me a cracker was hurtful.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's white privilege at its finest. I'm not an African American. I've never been put in that position. I will tell you, I grew up in a very blended neighborhood. I went to the girls club, which in my area meant that there was a lot of black girls, a lot of Hispanic girls, a lot of white girls. I learned to be friends with all. I also learned to understand some of what their struggles were. So I can absolutely tell you that somebody being called the N-word, being compared to somebody calling me a cracker, there's no comparison.
Yeah,
right. And Crystal, you know, growing up, born and raised in Florida, what do they call people who are born and raised in Florida, who live in the interior of the state? Florida crackers, and
absolutely.
They had wear that name with pride because that's what they are. They're people who are born and raised in Florida. They're Florida crackers, and they've been called that since probably the 1800s. So but to me, a cracker is not a derogatory term, honestly.
Does anybody even really know where that term comes from? Because I'm a 6th generation Floridian. I'll tell you where it comes from. Crackers came from people that moved cattle, especially from like Georgia down to Florida, moved cattle around the state of Florida. And fun fact, most people don't know this about me. I'm a direct descendant of Aaron Jernigan, 6th generation. Aaron Jernigan is considered the founder of Orlando, right? He moved cattle and citrus and stuff into that area. A cracker really comes from the term of cowboys moving cattle in large herds throughout the state, and where cracker came from was the sound of their whips cracking to move the cattle. That's what a cracker is. It's a cowboy. It's not a derogatory term. It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with somebody being a native, although Dottie, yes, now that's what people are considered. Cracker. Just like redneck, where the term really comes from, farmers, people that worked out in the fields all day, had their head down, picking produce. Their necks got red. They're rednecks. To me, being called a cracker or a redneck or anything just means I come from a long line of people that worked hard. That worked
I
hard.
I would take it as it meant that I was good with a whip. I don't know.
Right? I mean, so that's what I mean. To me, it's not a derogatory term at all. But the N word, it's absolutely a
Yeah.
derogatory term. No matter what state you're from, no matter what language you speak, it's a derogatory term. So for a older white woman that has never been told they can't drink out of a certain water fountain, sit in a certain seat, they can't, they can't vote the same, they can't do whatever. I'm sorry. Being called a cracker doesn't put you on the same level as somebody that's been called the N word on any level.
Yeah, I mean, also too, like being a white person, if I'm called a cracker, I'm not too worried about people around hearing it and like joining in or whatever, or agreeing, or like it's starting anything, or it painting. I'm not worried about it painting me or making me look bad in front of the public or people around, whatever. But when because there's still so much racism in this country. I mean, and there's like your blatant racism, and then there's your unconscious racism, but there's still so much of it. So I imagine that by using the word, if you have the right people around, that can create a very turbulent situation. So I mean, if I were a Black person, I don't know, but I mean, I would worry about what other people hearing that word, what it could incite, or what it could the detriment it could create for me.
What it just showed me is that she's part of the problem that we have in this country, where people are like, well, you know what? Nobody's shown me my white privilege today. Nobody's done this. Nobody has to show it to you. The fact of the matter is that white privilege does exist. And I mean, Dottie, you have kids that are of mixed race. I'm sure that somebody calling your child a cracker compared to the N word holds very different meaning. And if somebody can't be sensitive to that fact and can't just say, hey, you know what? No, I don't know how that feels, means a lot different than somebody that stands up and goes, well, you know what? I've been called derogatory names as a white person. It doesn't mean the same damn thing.
True. And I mean, what I find just even incredibly just disturbing or upsetting is when Ren, or anyone else for that matter, a person of color, a Black person says, listen, your action there, the thing you said, it was, it maybe not racist, maybe it was racist, I don't know, or even racially insensitive. When they come out and they say, listen, I want you to know, let me, hear my advice here, hear my opinion, because this is how it's being perceived by me as a Black person. When white people hear that and they argue back, like, I mean,
that's when I was done with Waxy, when she totally turned to Ren and he was trying to open the conversation and she just totally dismissed what he said and she made herself the victim. I was done.
Yep, I know exactly what stream you're talking about too. Yep.
I mean, Dottie, do you agree with anything I've said? Do you understand? Like, am I wrong or?
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I agree. I mean, I really think it's messed up that we're trying to compare things like that.
Yeah.
When we should be.
Because there's no comparison. It just means show compassion. Show, like, it just, I don't know. That's what's wrong with, in my opinion, that's part of the problem with our nation now, is that everybody wants to stand with their own group instead of, extending a hand to another group and saying, you know what, because this is how I am. I'm never going to be one of those people that says, hey, I know how you feel. As a middle class white girl, I'm never going to be able to look to somebody that's been discriminated and pulled over based on their color, based on their race, based on, they're in a white neighborhood and a cop feels like they don't belong. I can't say I know how you feel because I don't know how that feels. So it just that on that level it pissed me off. The whole sad fishing thing I didn't get in the beginning until I started going back and listening. And I'm like, you know what? I bought into that shit. I sent you effing money. I bought into that shit. And now I'm like, I don't know.
Well,
The hypocrisy of it just pisses me off.
what's going on though with this crew or whatever? Something about Julie borrowing money or some shit. I guess like there's some huge ordeal about it.
Yeah, I heard that as well, that apparently she borrowed money from several different people and she hasn't paid them all back, and it's become a problem.
Like, how much money are we talking though? I mean, we're talking like $20, or are we talking like 1,000?
Unfortunately, I don't know all the details,
Yeah,
but still.
I don't even know about that situation. I read something briefly in a blurb on Twitter this evening. Because again, like I go sometimes 7 to 10 days, don't look at Twitter. I mean, Dottie can tell you, I had every intention on seeing Dottie when she was here. Would have loved to see her. I worked 79 hours that week. I just couldn't get away. So I don't keep up with all the lives and the social media, but sometimes I come back and I'm like, what the hell did I just miss? Like I feel like I just missed a fight in the hallway at school.
And I'm not all that religious, but if people follow the golden rule, imagine how wonderful our world would be.
Mhm.
Treat others as you have like you be treated.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Absolutely. I feel like you get back from this world what you put into it. If you're a shitty person and you're just trying to be drama all the time, you're going to get that in your life. If you treat people the way you want to be treated, which is how I try to treat everybody in my life, my employees, my neighbors, my friends, I talk to people how I would want to be talked to. Then I think you get good things back. But if you're just putting negativity and bullshit into this world, like Katie, Joy, I think that's what you're gonna get back. Fuck.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I just want to call attention. Heather McDonald says she paid them back, and that never should have been talked about in Charlotte's Discord. I completely agree with you on that. I don't think they should have been ever discussed. I mean, I don't see what the whole point of even. I don't know. Especially if it wasn't. I mean, if it was like $1,000 or something, and she was like dogging him or whatever. But I mean, come on, Julie's all over social media. She's all over Twitter. We know she's not dogging anyone. So did we lose someone again? No. Okay.
I'm here.
So I mean, I don't know the specifics of it, so I don't know, but
Discord is just trouble, if you ask me. There's a reason I don't have one.
Yeah, same here.
I don't need that headache.
Yeah, I agree. I've had people in the past ask me, if I had one or whatever, and I don't know, maybe no, I'm good. I mean, I may change my mind on that, but I don't see that happening in the foreseeable future. So, but
my word is the people that I really want to talk to, I exchange cell phone numbers with, and we chat. Other than that, no, not doing it.
Oh yeah, just right here. Uni's got some sick obsession with Steve for a couple of years now, and he need help. Every stream ends in hours of Steve talk. It's it's great, and it's not just him either. I had in my comment section here on YouTube the Menace to Sobriety, I think is his name. Uni's mod there. The latest video I did there of Uni, the lies or whatever one, in the comment section, he showed up. So like today we exchanged a few comments, and right off the bat, I mean, I responded to something he posted, part of it. I didn't even read the whole thing. It was a novel. I responded to like this little part of it, and my response had nothing. It said nothing about Steve. It said nothing about the shit that went on between Steve and Katie. It was nothing. Steve couldn't be farther from this shit than possible. And right off the bat, he turns everything into Steve. Everything is about Steve. Steve is behind everything. And I mean, it was a little crazy, if I'm being honest. It kind of was. I hate to say that, but it wasn't rational. I'll say that much. Okay. And then I kind of point that out to him in one comment, and he comes right back with it, like even harder. I'm like, yeah, I don't think we can talk. I can't. This is a little too much for me. I don't know.
The fact that he has the nerve to say that Steve's obsessed with KJ, yet he's been making video after video after video about Steve for 2 years straight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and hot me kettle.
And for the past year, I mean, for granted, there was an NDA between Steve and Katie. They were limited to how they could speak about each other, but they could still speak about each other. The fact that Steve had no issue going a whole year, didn't violate this thing once, didn't say a word. I mean, Katie didn't either. I'm not saying that. But he can't be that obsessed if he was able to keep his mouth shut for a year. I mean, I don't know. Like, he didn't even talk about Katie, like, in private, in DMs or anything. It was, I don't know.
I agree. Menace is like, let's just say it like it is. Uni's one of his flying monkeys, basically. He'll go and defend Uni everywhere. Every video I've made about Uni, there's a Menace comment on it. So,
yeah, he's all over Uni's channel. I mean, and I'm not surprised to see him like in videos that I do about Uni or whatever. But what I found surprising was just he wanted to just talk about Steve, hate talk about Steve. I mean, it was much. It was a lot. It was a bit much. I mean, it was worse than Uni, I think.
I love your Uni videos, Dottie, and what I love is that when you have an opinion, you stand behind it. You don't give a shit whether you get 5 views or 500. You stand behind it, and that's one of the reasons I love you. You say your truth.
Oh, is this true, VDLCR? They went, all patients have taken over the asylum because Julie borrowed $20.
It was over $20? Get the hell out of here. Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I mean no disrespect, and I'm not distrusting you or anything, but if anything, yeah, I'm going to say that maybe you were told something correct. There's no way that this was all over just $20.
I've seen this amount on Twitter too.
Really?
Yes, I've seen the $20 before, so this is not the first time I've seen it.
Why, like me of all people, and why am I even hearing about this if it's only over $20? Like, why is Charlotte and Julie now kind of like on the outs over $20 freaking dollars? I mean, all the hell that Julie has caught for it's, by sticking up for Charlotte and everything. I don't know. That's just fucked up. I'm sorry. Like, Julie's not my favorite person. I mean, I don't dislike the girl or anything like that. I think she and I we've had our clashes, and I'm sure she feels the same way about me. We're good. We're cool. But that's fucked up. I mean,
it really is. Yeah, money causes problems, as we all have been seeing.
Mm-hmm. But 20, I mean, friendship over 20. I mean, I wouldn't even care if a friend stole $20 from me, it's $20. No.
So,
sad.
Can I ask what your level of surprise being 0 to 10 that Charlotte did not stream today?
Oh, yeah, I saw someone said that. Oh, here it is. Okay. There's that comment. Yeah, Heather said Charlotte did not do a live today because she was supposed to address this. Or Charlotte did not do a live today, and she was supposed to address this. I try to be fair and listen to both sides, but hey. Yeah, I'm not surprised she didn't do a live today. Not at all. I have my thoughts and opinions on it. They're not going to compliment her in any way. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
You know what? Someone
two words
told,
come to mind.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I'm just saying 2 words come to mind. Guess what they are?
Is it S and F?
Yeah.
Hey. So you might want to read Sweet and Sassy's comment. That's a good comment to you.
I have to go to YouTube to pull it up to see the tag, and then I go back to the other one to put it on. Okay, there it is. All right, I see where it is. All right, I know where to find it. I think there we go. I was talking to someone who was friends with her today.
Sweet and Sassy. I'm sorry, but that's a good one too.
Okay. I was friends with her today in DMs, and yes, it was over $20. Oh shit. Oh my god. All right, Sweet and Sassy. All right, let me just go here. Did she tag me?
It was more recent.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay. Oh, I see it. Oh, okay. Yeah, there it is, way up here.
So can I ask a question? Like, why all of a sudden does Charlotte not like you, Dottie, or like you, Aaron? Like, what did I miss that?
I don't.
One second. I will gladly answer that. 1 second. I want to just read this though. I owe EKC an apology for not believing you. I feel like an ass, but seriously, I had to step back, and I've seen so much. I just wanted to publicly apologize for being a shithead about Charlotte. You don't need to apologize, for real. I mean, when I was watching her and everything in the beginning, I probably would have been the same way. I bought into a lot of shit too. I mean, it's, you know, she comes off as a very nice, approachable, and caring woman. And you know, whether or not that's true, I don't know, but just she comes off that way. So thank you for saying this, but you're cool. We're cool. Don't worry about it. Why she doesn't like me? I think it all has to do with my response to her live stream at the end of February there regarding that. When I said over and over again in my stream how I like Charlotte. I support her. I support her as a creator, as a person. I like her content. I watch her. I'm still going to enjoy her and watch her. I just don't disagree with the stream. That's why. That's what I am.
And Dottie?
Well, it kind of, I guess I started noticing things. And, you know, as creators, we should be able to address other creators if we feel like we see behaviors. And I started seeing behaviors with Charlotte, honestly. And back in, I don't remember if you remember back in April, I kind of, I let it build up and I let it build up. And do I regret doing my rant streams? Yes, I shouldn't have, but I did. And if there's anything, should I have gone privately to Charlotte? Probably. But I just wanted to point out things I was seeing. And the thing is now other people are seeing them. And I'm not saying I'm vindicated, but I'm like,
it's comforting.
It's nice to know I'm not losing my mind and I was just being an asshole or whatever. And I just, I wasn't trying to be hateful to Charlotte. I wasn't. I was trying to point out some behaviors. If you're going to criticize KJ, you can't have some of the same behaviors as KJ because that becomes hypocritical. And I was trying to point something out, but it wasn't going over very well then. And I just caught a lot of heat.
Because I was there during that time was Red calling Charlotte the C word. And you were like, whoa. You know, you asked Red to back off. Then Red yelled at you during that stream. Whatever. You had.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was back in November, December last year.
Yeah. That's what the shit started with Red.
You absolutely had her back. So for me to see her turn against you, I was very disappointed and confused by that because you ended a friendship that you'd had for a long time because you were like, no, this isn't right, and I can't stand up for this any longer. And I think people forget that.
Yeah, and
I forgot about that. Yeah.
sometimes you just have to walk away from friendships. Unfortunately, that's how life works. S.C. Johnson saying it was over the Nat thing.
It could have been. I don't know.
That played a role because at that time, I will fully admit that I befriended somebody who I felt was mentally disabled, and apparently she was being harassed, stalked, whatever was happening, getting a lot of death threats, things like that. And now I see things differently because I like to see the best in people. And is that a good thing? I think sometimes yes, sometimes no. Because part of it is being someone can take advantage of your niceness or your kindness. And I really feel like that got taken advantage of. And as soon as I realized what was going on, I blocked that on every platform.
Well, sure that happened, but again, I'm picking up for you in the way that I remember how it went down. You left Red's stream, you ended that friendship because you were sticking up for Charlotte. So for her to turn her back on you really rubbed me in even more of a wrong way. Because you couldn't say, hey, like, I'm objective, Dottie's been my friend, she had my back, she did whatever. People forget that, and I brought it up because I don't want people to forget that.
Well, that was the breaking point for me, was that it had built up for a while. But anyways, more to the current stuff. This has changed me a lot, honestly. I will never be as trusting as I've been in the past.
See, social media for me, I mean, it hasn't been so much YouTube. It was like before YouTube, but like, because, and I've said this before, I used to be kind of a mean girl. Like, I used to be a bitch. And like a lot of that would kind of come out in social media, and having that reminder right there in your face, you know, whether it be a month later or like the Facebook memories, like a year later, that shit gets me every time. Seeing just how I look to other people, you know, that's changed me. You know, that made me stop and pause and be like, you know, and for granted, I may still be a little bit of a bitch, but this is nothing like it used to be. So that's, I mean, you're right. I mean, I guess, see, just this, especially interactions and arguments with people on a public scale, you know, it's eye-opening, you know?
Yeah,
I'm just going to point it out to this point. Sorry, go ahead.
No, Johnny, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Someone asked why I'm still friends with LMN. I'm waiting to see what the truth is. No matter who it is, I want to see the truth come out. The only thing I did was share some screenshots at midnight, half asleep. Should I have looked at them closer? Definitely. Should I share them? No. But I did. I can't take back what I did, but I can learn from what I did.
I think it's important to point out that none of us knew any of these people beforehand. So whatever was cooked up or started or created, by the time any of us were contacted, it was well into effect. So we took everything that we were being told at face value. So, I mean, like Nat, the one time I talked to her on the phone, she was talking about how she wanted to report Katie, and like, because she witnessed abuse or whatever. I'm like, I never seen any shit like that. She's like, well, if you see anything like that, can you send it to me? I'm like, yeah, sure. If I see anything, I'll send it to you. You know, whatever. And if I had seen something that was actual abuse, you know, it would have been the first time I seen it, you know, mind you, maybe I would have sent it to her. I don't know, but I would like to think I would have sent it to authorities. But it's just we came in at this when it was already in place. All of us did. So anything I mean, I don't know. It just, I think our interactions with them would have been the same as our interactions with each other. I think that's important to point out. So.
Well, Aaron, what I wanted to say that you just said, you pointed it out, which is one of the reasons I love you and how you've grown, is that you just said, hey, I look back a year ago and like I was a Regina George, right? Like I was a mean girl. And I'm not proud of that behavior. And I think I've grown. I think that's all that any of us can ask
Right.
of each other as people, as friends, as creators, is that, you know what? Hey, maybe we made some mistakes. We're going to. But I love the fact that you just said, hey, I look back then and I can't believe I was that person. And I think I've grown from it. I look at what Dottie said, and she said, hey, I've changed as a person. I was naive, I was this, I was that. But at the core of who you each are, and I say this with confidence, you guys are good people. You guys have big hearts. And I love the fact that you're not afraid to say, hey, I have some changes to make, or I had some changes to make, and I made them. And much respect to both of you for being able to say that.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Crystal. You're the best. But I guess my biggest problem is I've done 2 rant streams, and you know what kind of content I have. I play trivia and we watch funny videos. So the
I
fact
don't
that
know
I've done a total of 2.
what streams do you mean?
No, I did one in
I'm
April.
teasing you. I'm teasing.
Yeah. But my point is that there have been countless streams done about me. And I've been quiet for a long time.
Yeah, no, I give you I give you mad credit there.
And I'm to the point now where I feel like I can start to put out some information to show why what was said in like screenshots that Uni's showing. Well, he's not showing the whole fucking screenshot.
Right.
He's showing what he can twist into a narrative. He's not showing the part before I said, well, you know, the way to clear yourself, Nat, is to show that video or audio you told me about, and I can edit it for you since I have editing software. That's the limit of that conversation. I wasn't going to try to make a video to frame Todd because that wasn't happening.
I mean, it's amazing though how much credit they give, they give Tina, especially Tina. No offense, Tina, but and even me. I mean that we're so incompetent at what it is we wanted to do that we failed to do what we wanted to do. Apparently, we failed to ruin or take down Katie. We're so incompetent. We screwed that up. We're so incompetent that Katie and Uni, figured us out. But we're so freaking good that we have eluded
the FBI.
Actual investigators.
Interpol.
And private and those in the private sector, Salta's office. I mean, they got actual real investigators there, and it's in the private sector. They got money too. So we've been able to evade all of them. That's how good we are. But we were foiled by Katie and Yudi. I mean, come on.
Right. And 2 weeks ago, Katie said, Nat's a liar. Can't believe anything she says. Can't believe anything she says. And now I'm believing everything she says. I'm like, pick one, Katie. You got to pick a lane. You don't.
Well,
not only does it fit your narrative.
Same thing with Katie and Uni, too.
And ladies, to clarify, neither one of you ever set out to take down Katie. It wasn't about that. You set out to
it's not too tough.
call her out on her bad behavior and bullshit. It wasn't to take her down. You were just like, okay, you're saying this, but this is the way it really happened. And that's the difference. If you guys had sat out in a hateful way to be like, you know what, we're taking this bitch down, fuck her. Which, I mean, I think we all feel like that. But you didn't do that.
Right.
You just said, hey, I'm going to call out the inconsistencies. I'm going to call out when you're saying one thing, but it's really another way. So that's the difference.
Yeah, in the interest of transparency here, when I first kind of came around the scene, and I think maybe right at the beginning when I first made a video, I was all for the demonetization of Katie. Like I think I even like kind of started a petition or something about it. And it was after having a talk in DMs with Annie there. The way she kind of she made me think of a few things, and I thought, yeah, why is it? Why can't people be assholes? Why can't people get paid for being an asshole? If we're not being an asshole, but why can't they get paid for the same thing as everyone else just because people don't agree with them? I mean, who am I to judge that? How is that my place? So I don't. Since then, I've been vocally against anything like deplatforming or canceling or demonetization or whatever. So, and like, I think most of the people in the community are.
I'm just saying, you guys never set out in a hateful way. That's why I can still stand behind you. You may have been spewing facts, you may have been pissed, but you weren't like, you know what? I hope this bitch loses her house and her maids and her son loses medical coverage. You guys didn't do that shit.
I do wish a carpeted kitchen on her. To be honest.
A carpeted kitchen.
Oh man, that's as bad as a carpeted bathroom. Oh Lord.
I say it's worse, but okay.
When I was growing up,
especially if you got men in the house. Ooh.
When I was growing up, we had a carpeted bathroom, and in the 80s, you don't think anything of it, and it was like a shag carpet, and we had like blue things and a blue toilet and blue bathtub, and like I think back now, I'm like, that shit's nasty. There was pee and pubic hair and freaking all kinds of crap in that carpet. We just thought it was great. It was fine. It was fine. It was not fine.
I couldn't stand a carpet. One of my friend's parents had a carpeted kitchen, and that piece of carpet right in front of the sink was just like disgusting. I mean, they weren't slobs or anything like that either. They were very clean people, but that was just disgusting. That part. Oh, I couldn't. I couldn't like walk. I had to like walk around it.
No. I only have carpet in the master bedroom. All of the other rooms in my house have either wood floors or tiles because I have dogs, and like dogs have hair, and the only reason I have carpet in the bedroom is because I have a tin ceiling, and so without carpet it'd be really loud in the master bedroom, and we just we can't have that. So you know what I mean.
Kimberly Roddy Mom, thank you so much for the super chat. Carpet mattress and drapes.
What carpet? Oh wait.
You mean hardwood floors?
Yeah, hardwood floors. Yeah.
Oh my god, carpet matches and drapes. I haven't heard that in years. That's hilarious.
I swear, one night at the bar, like this was like back in the early 2000s. We had a couple other bar owners that would come in all the time, and this one guy, I mean, he was just not in the best shape. He smoked, he drank, he's probably 60 or close to it, and you could hear it's like he was starting to have health problems from his his lifestyle. But he was talking. He thought he was being like kind of funny and quippy or whatever, and he asked me a question about my carpet, I guess, or something like that. Or I think he asked me if I was a natural blonde. I can't remember what it was. And I responded with no, the carpet does not match the drapes. And I thought I gave him a heart attack. I swear to God. He laughed so hard. His face looked like a giant plump tomato. He was laughing so hard. Like he couldn't breathe. He was laughing so hard. I thought, oh my God, I just killed this guy over my pubic hair. I thought, oh my God.
Over my pubic hair.
As a bartender, you've heard everything, though. I bartended for over 10 years. I only ever was at a loss for words one time. This woman whipped a 10-inch dildo out of her purse and slammed it on the bar in the middle of a packed bar. And I just looked at her, and she looked at me. I had to walk away because I didn't even know what to say. I was like, why?
Did she want to use it to buy a drink?
I think it was double-ended, too. I was like, no.
Maybe she was offering you favors for a drink.
I guess, but I didn't know what to say, and I'm never one to be a loss of words. And
Daddy gave her like 5 Long Island iced teas that night.
No, I was like, she can go anytime now.
I think my favorite part of the job, though, is like if you have like a lot of people at the bar, you know, so you're up and down, walking up and down, you keep an eye on everything. But as you walk by people, you catch little snippets of their conversations, and you hear something, you're like, how the fuck did they get to that point? What are they talking? You know, you don't know, you have no context. No, you have no idea what was said before, but some of the shit you hear, you're like, wait, I gotta know. Please explain. How did you get there?
Right.
I love that part.
Yeah, that's the best part of bartending is the just the interaction with people. And people sit at a bar for a reason. They want to talk to somebody. So if you're not a person who wants to hold conversations with people, do not become a bartender.
Yeah.
Because they will talk your ear off.
Or isn't it amazing how much people tell their hairdressers? Like seriously. I've had the same hairdresser for, I don't know, probably 15 years because she can cut curly hair. And she tells me the things that people sit in her chair and tell her. She's like, I've heard about affairs. I've heard about threesomes. I've heard about, you know, she just tells me all this stuff. And I'm like, it's true. Like, why all of a sudden do we sit in a chair at a beauty salon and feel like that's our therapist and we can just tell them anything? But we've all done it. We've all been guilty of telling them some shit we wouldn't tell other people. Why?
Yeah, it's amazing though. Like, you think about the people who tell their hairdressers all that shit. Like, why the hairdresser? I mean, I kind of wish I became a hairdresser now.
You can get all the info, all the 411 on everybody.
It is. It's a gossip shop for sure.
Oh, for sure.
You know, if I had a lightsaber. Oh, oh shit! It took me a minute. I didn't get that at first. I'm like, what? Kimberly Roddy Mom says, one of my sister's kids came running out of my room yelling, I found a lightsaber. Look, it shakes.
That's so funny. Kimberly's so hilarious. She comes with the zingers.
Oh, it took me a minute. Oh, Michelle G, yep. I waited tables. I know exactly what you're talking about. I would stop and say, what are y'all talking about? Yeah, I sometimes I have to stop and ask. Like the other night I had to do that. There's a couple that I think they were on their first date. And all I heard was, I love the word fuck. And I'm like, what? You know, because I was right off the bat, you get the impression first date. And then she says that, and I'm like, what? Because wasn't sure if I heard it right. Just, I love fuck. That's what I heard. And I'm like, so I stopped and asked a question. She's like, no, I love the word. She's like, don't you just love the word? You can use it with everything. And she starts going off, and I'm like, okay, all right. It sounds better now.
It is a wonderful word.
It's an adjective. It's a verb.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
pronoun. It can be used as an adverb. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's funny too. It was funny, especially what made it especially funny was just how I don't want to say prim and proper, because she was she was very attractive and she wasn't prim and proper. She just looked well put together, but she was still someone you wouldn't expect to have a mouth like that. It was funny.
So it should be interesting to see what comes of the next few days.
Yeah.
The fallout on.
Well, I predict that, see what's today's Friday or tomorrow's Friday, whatever. I don't think we'll see a stream then either. I don't know. But
I mean, if I had to predict anything, I don't think I'm welcome back in Charlotte's or Waxy stream, but whatever. It's cool.
Well, I think she's going to fare just fine I think she's going to take a hit for a while, but I think she's going to end up faring just fine. It's Charlotte,
Right. She has her core people, and that's
right.
Everyone has their core people. So some people are ride or dies and will be with you no matter what.
Bobber, tackle, fishing line. Just get it all out so you can reel it in.
The thing is, when something comes up, I think it's good to address it publicly if you're a creator. there are things I haven't yet, just for the fact that there's all this legal wrangling going around. But I will be. And trust me, for all that defamation going on, I am going to be pursuing legal options. So
Well, just wait till I get my legal options against you for defamation. You called me nice. You called me pretty and said I had great hair. And I'm just not putting up with that shit. You're going to hear from my lawyers on Tuesday.
I'm waiting for the paperwork to drop from Todd Chrisley's lawsuit. That hasn't hit Pacer yet, from what I understand.
I can't wait for that. I love hearing him hand her fucking self to her on a platter today. He's like, well, she works out of her house. She doesn't do shit. Let's just be honest.
Okay, so I guess I'm not bringing this up again to harp on or whatever, and this never should have been discussed outside of the Discord, or whatever, outside of these two. But I guess it was 13. I think that's German British pounds, the symbol. I don't know. It's a weird backwards E with the weird loopy top. It's either pounds or
is it euros?
It's either euros. I think it's pounds. I think that's the German British pound sign. I don't think it's the euros. Is like just the. I don't know. This is weird. It's. I don't know. Here, I can Google euro symbol. I want my Google work for some reason. It's like I have to type in Google in order for it to work.
You know what the shame is? I hear that Emily Baker's going on vacation, so she won't be around for the initial reading, it sounds like. So.
Okay, yeah, no, it's not euros.
Read it. I bet she will still read it.
Kimberly says, I may have not known Dottie was 6'2" when all this is happening. I know they talk about it all the time, don't they?
Okay,
whatever.
Yeah, it's German British pounds.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, which I mean, last I knew, like $13 in German British pounds was like legit $20, because it's usually like 1.5. So like if you $20 in American money is going, from last I knew, would be like $30 in German British pounds or something. Yeah, it'd be the whole 20 amount and then plus half. This was years ago when I used to buy a lot of shit from England, but I don't know what it is now.
So I heard a little birdie told me that while Charlotte did not stream today, she was in somebody else's chat today talking it up.
Oh yeah, who's that?
That's all I heard. I'm assuming the people I know. You probably can assume the same creator as well. Who streams around lunchtime?
Oh, okay. I was going to say either that one or the other one. Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, of course.
So, I mean, I understand. Trust me, I understand what it's like when you start getting hate. And you do as well, obviously, because we've both been put through the ringer. It's not easy just to go online and act like everything's hunky-dory, but can't run away and stick your head in the sand either.
Right. No, I mean, I don't blame her for taking today. I mean, I don't think I would have. I think I would have showed my face just for the simple fact of showing my face, because that's just how I am. But I understand I understand feeling differently about it. I mean, there's been times, and there may be times where I will, but I mean, I get it, whatever.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know, just. It's just the reason why I was bringing up the whole Julie thing, and I think it's fucked up for how this is playing out for Julie. I think that's fucked up, but I also think it's kind of ironic just that there's big public fallout between Charlotte and her like best supporter, it seems, over $20. It's just, I don't know.
I don't know if there was more involved. I saw someone in the chat earlier saying something about maybe an electric bill or something. I don't know, but they said it was all paid back. So I don't understand what the issue is. If she paid everybody back, why has this become such a major fracture for them?
I don't get it. I don't know.
And Julie was like her daughter, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and not only just like the best supporter or whatever, but yeah, they were close. They've been close, I think. So.
And for what I understand, it sounds like Julie's really hurt, and
Yeah.
I know what that feels like. It's not fun.
Yeah, no, like I was saying earlier, like Julie and I may not be each other's favorite person or whatever, but I mean, I don't think she deserved this. I don't. So, if my facts are correct, I don't think she deserved this.
So we'll
Interesting.
see how it plays out. If anything else happens
Yes.
before the weekend,
We
so.
will. I mean, I hope that the community, for the most part, kind of just makes up, especially like Julie and AZ and whatnot. I mean, because I don't want to see them get hurt. I don't. Is even if they've pissed me off or whatever, I don't dislike them so much as a person. That's about it, though.
Right. Like, I have personally never talked to AZ, talked about AZ, and I was on her radar as well. I was like, what did I do? I guess by the company you keep, I don't know.
But that's, yeah, I mean, like someone mentioned her in my comments the other day, and I was responding, and I said to them, like, I don't dislike AZ. It's not like that. But the only time I look kind of like side eye at her is when she's not being herself, when she's not being like the AZ I met, like, so to say, first seen. Because the person I first seen on YouTube was someone who was her own person, who said what she thought, who, just an independent thinker or whatever, was very blunt and upfront. But then it's like she took up with, Charlotte and that crew, and she just started kind of conforming to what they wanted, is what it looked like. And you could see it, in my opinion, I could see it in her streams a little bit, where you could tell she didn't really believe in what she was saying, because you can tell when she does believe in what she's saying. You know what I mean? And that's, I don't know, that's just why I kind of didn't care for watching her that much anymore. But like the stream last night, like that's the AZ I first saw. So.
Yeah, I just don't appreciate that. For one, she knows nothing about me, and I've never talked ill of her or talked to her, that she was perfectly fine making a parody video about me.
Oh, shit, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
And I've never done anything to her, so.
Yeah, that was kind of fucked up, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I agree with you there. I completely agree with you there. That was kind of fucked up.
Yep. But, karma, that's all I can say. I believe in it.
Yeah, I'm sorry that happened to you, Dottie. I mean,
oh, it's not your fault. It's just,
I know, but still,
it's like the people they jumped. It's funny because I was trying to take the heat off somebody else when I made that Julie Virgo video, because somebody else was getting major heat, and I wanted to, say step up for her, and so that's what I did, and then all of a sudden put the target right on my back. So, and it's been like that ever since. And I've learned to toughen up a lot, and I just ignore and laugh as much as I can. But still, we're all human beings. Things can get to you after a while.
Yeah.
So I just, I don't know. It is what it is.
It's so I'm just catching up with chat here. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to pass too much judgment on all of that shit with them, but and I'm not talking shit about these two people, and I don't want to see them hurt or anything either. But I'm not. Whatever. I feel indifferent, we'll say, but like, I don't know, the other ones involved, the shit stirrers. Well, I'll leave it at that. I won't say names, but I don't know. If you're catching shit now, it could be because you stirred it yourself. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. And I'm hoping someday this community can come back to some semblance of normal. I don't think it'll ever be the same again, ever.
No.
But if we all can just be in our, if you don't like someone, just ignore it. Like we've been saying all along, right? You don't like some, ignore it.
Yeah,
but unfortunately, that doesn't happen.
And I gotta say too, like when you set your mind to ignoring it, you did very well at it. I mean, it was impressive. You know, I mean,
It was hard.
yeah,
Trust
I
me.
know.
You know how many tweets I typed out and
I
hit
do
my
that all the
backspace
time.
bar? You know how many times I started putting in a GIF that I wanted to razz someone with and backed it up? Oh, because sometimes you need to do things just to be cathartic, you know, just to get rid of that tension.
Yes, dude, I have so many like either completed videos or like halfway or just like a third away done videos on my iMac that I started when I was angry, and then like hours later I'm like, fuck it, you know, or like hours later or whatever. I like the Words Have Power one that I released not too long ago with me sitting out on the porch and I was kind of mocking like them on the racial issues there. I made that like way back in the beginning of mine and hers drama. But then I listened to it and I thought, this sounds really freaking mean. I can't put this out. But I never tossed it. And then like when I did put it out, I was like, oh no, I think I can now.
Right.
But yeah.
And right. And I do that as well. I have some meme videos on my computer just sitting there. Because I just feel like if I release them, does that make me any better than the person I'm releasing them about?
Mhm.
So I got to be better than. So I do it just to.
Hey ladies, I'm gonna sign off. I gotta get to bed. I gotta get up early.
Yeah, I'm
say
gonna
bye before I did. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I enjoyed talking to y'all.
Thanks for coming on. Good night, Crystal.
Good night, Crystal.
Have a
Love you,
great
girl.
night. Good night.
Get some rest.
Love you too, girl. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sweet Home Alabama is asking why Charlotte dropped Julie. That's a whole big. We don't know everything.
Yeah, I'm hoping, anyways, that there's more to it than just Julie owing Charlotte $20. I don't know. This is the word on the YouTube streets, though, that it's over $20. But I'm really hoping that there's more to it than that.
Yeah, and I understand people have been falling out. Maybe they're just having a temporary fallout. Maybe they'll work things out. You know, because I felt like they had a pretty strong relationship. So it's sad to see something like that happen. So it seemed like Julie is really affected by it. So.
Oh, Jess Carter says, Julie made her thumbnail emoji stuff most of the time free to her artwork. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, Julie did a lot for Charlotte, and Charlotte was very caring and, you know, for her. So I really hope that this was over more than just $5. But like you said, though, Dottie, you bring up a good point. I mean, sometimes people just need to vent at each other. And on YouTube, it just happens to happen on social media. It's, I don't know. It's like the cycle of a relationship sometimes.
Right. And because a true friend will point out things, you know, and you will point out things that are not easy to talk about because that's what friends do. And maybe they're having one of those moments. Maybe we don't know everything. So hopefully they will work things out. You never know.
Right. I mean, today Tina told me I look like Big Bird. So, I mean, whatever.
What?
No, we were joking. She was joking, I think, mostly. I don't know. But she was like, try the shampoo. It'll help get rid of some of the yellow or whatever in your hair. I'm like, What do you mean? What do you mean get rid of the yellow in my hair? What's wrong with yellow in my hair? And she's like, nothing, Big Bird.
Oh, wow. That's funny. That's... I hear you. I was out in the sun a lot in Florida, and my hair got a little lighter just from being out in that sun. So,
thank you so much for the super sticker, Lily Ramsey. Oh boy, I don't know. But on that note, I'm going to call it a night because I don't even know how long I've been on here for. I think like 2 hours or 3 hours. I don't know, 2.5 hours, something. I can't do math, but yeah, so I'm going to call it a night, I think.
Thank you for having me on.
Thanks for coming on. Yes.
You're welcome.
Welcome home.
Yes, it's so nice to be home. Now I can get back to work and do some videos and get back to normal. It was nice while it lasted.
Yeah, I hear you.
Hopefully things will start shaking out here and hopefully the worst part for us is over. Fingers crossed.
We'll see. I don't know. But
exactly. Uni's still out there. Ugh.
These YouTube streets are not safe yet.
Yes. What does OG Black Wolf, I think his name is, on Twitter? He always talks about, I feel something brewing in these YouTube and Twitter streets. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I like that. I was laughing my ass off when I made that one tweet a couple weeks ago. I posted a screenshot of Todd's comment about how, like, he said uni can be bought or something like that. I'm like, someone's working the YouTube streets, it seems.
Well, you know that Todd left a video on my very first uni video. He left a comment on it.
Really?
Let me pull it up real quick to find out what he said. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's kind of along the same line. Before you sign off, let me pull it up real quick and read what it says.
I did not know that. That's funny.
I know. Imagine my surprise when I get the notification that my balls are made of crystal or whatever the frick his screen name is. Comes popping along my screen saying he left a comment on a video. I was like, are you kidding me? I also got a Unirage comment too. So,
Oh.
Yeah, that one wasn't very nice. But that's okay. It happens.
It's probably Unirock.
Probably. I don't think so, because he didn't say your mom. Like he normally does. Your mom. And he spells it your mom. I've seen that one so many times. I'm like, dude, comebacks. You can do better. All right, here is what he said. Unirock is a piece of shit, period. Of all the YouTube gatekeepers, he's probably the most insufferable flip-flopping grifter out there. He can be bought, and he has been bought.
Why is he misgendering his wife like that?
I know, right? The one Unirage left me was, wow, so you're one of those type of people who find enjoyment in someone working hard to get to a good position, but the company ends up going belly up. Good on you. Your parents and God must be proud. Aw, Rachel. Aw. I know. I was like, who lost whose job? That was my first video when I covered when he was really busting on Little Red. Remember when it was him and Kyle Curtis and
yep.
Yeah, I just pointed out all his shitty shit because I didn't want people to forget his shitty shit, because this was right after the KJ lawsuit started with Toddy.
Yes,
and all of a sudden,
November,
all of a sudden, Uni's making video after video about KJ, getting new subscribers because everyone wants to know about KJ. And all of a sudden, I was like, don't forget what a piece of crap Uni is. And that's why I made the videos I did. And he is scared of yappy dogs. I am so proud of that Chihuahua. He didn't take no crap.
Some heroes have 4 legs.
That's right. Good boy. Good boy, Ninja God. Chihuahua. That's what I call him. But anyways, I just want to tell you about that little comment.
Yes, that's awesome. Oh my! Her comment though is, wow. I feel like there's so much to unpack there from her comment.
Right?
Oh my God. Oh boy.
Well, thank you for having me, and I'll drop out, and we'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right. And thank you, ladies, for coming on. Thank you, everyone, for being here. So, I don't think I'll be streaming it out tomorrow. Tomorrow I go in a little early, and it's my long night. So I don't think I'll be streaming tomorrow, but maybe Saturday night, because I have to work Saturday during the day. But yeah, that's it. So, okay. All right. Good night, everyone. Thanks for being here.